I'd like to share with you a little motivational technique that has motivated me throughout my life. I shared an office with a colleague there at Baylor, and he put up a sign on the wall that said, "You can." Now, you can't believe how much that sign has really affected my life. Every time I'm faced with something that's a new challenge to my real busy schedule, I would make excuses and use rationalization to say, "Oh, I can't do that, I'm too busy." And I got to where I was really good at making excuses. I guess you don't even have any problems with that. You probably never make excuses. However, I would look at that sign and then accept what my new challenge was. Now, you know, everybody in America can exercise. You're never too old, you're never too young, you're never too handicapped. You can exercise. Let me tell you a story that just brought tears to my eyes. I was speaking at this conference, and this senior adult lady came up to me and she says, "Look at me, I'm so old I can barely walk." Well, my response to her that night was, "Well, then start barely walking." And I got a letter from her about 2 years later, and she said, "I took your advice about walking, and I have built myself up to where I can walk 3 miles a day." She says, "I do 40 push-ups, I do 40 sit-ups. Is that enough?" And I kind of thought about writing her back and saying, "No, round it off to 50. No, I didn't do that, but I was kind of thinking that. And she says, "On my 88th birthday, I won 3 people to Christ." Now that's the bottom line, Christian. That's why we exercise. That's why we do these things. And so we can serve God as long and as best we can. For many of us to be happy, we need to develop a whole new lifestyle. We need to make a commitment to God. Get in there and make a commitment. Tell Him what you're going to do so that we can serve Him longer and better. This means we must try to love our neighbor as ourselves. We must practice self-control or discipline in our lives by showing honor and glory to God with our bodies. And only when you do that will you be happy. So never, never give up.